So today's feast is called Mary, the Mother of God. So a lot of us come for the new year, obviously, which is a beautiful thing is because there's a new life has begun in Mary, right? It seems obvious to us that this here is a Marian feast day, right? It's Mary, the Mother of God. In other words, that it is in honor of Mary that we celebrate her role in salvation history, and all that we have in our faith. She is the mother of Jesus, who is God. The thing is, as we study history, we accept now as pretty normative beliefs for Catholics and when we learn that, when we study history, that this was a very big question in the early church. Because to say that Mary is the mother of God wasn't talking so much about Mary as about who Jesus was. It's a statement of Jesus. If Mary is the mother of God, then Jesus is God. Now, some argue today that she is not the mother of God, but the mother of Jesus only. She's the mother of the human side of Jesus and not all of Jesus. But that is not what we believe as Catholics. And that's not at all what we believe about Jesus. Jesus is not 50% God and 50% human. Jesus is not half God and half human. Orthodox faith, or right faith, is that Jesus is fully God and fully human, 100% God and 100% human. Now, there's only one person who is Jesus. We don't have two halves that make up a whole, that were kind of put together like a piece of puzzle. So to call Mary as the mother of God, we are saying that Jesus is 100% God and 100% human. There's no split personality here. So absolutely everything that we say about Mary is tied directly to what we believe about Jesus. And to unravel any one of those things that the church has come to see about Mary affects actually our teaching about who Jesus is, especially if you study it. Many of our separated brothers and sisters, our Christians, often forget that and accuse Catholics of things they really don't believe. In Louis de Montfort's True Devotion to the Blessed Virgin Mary, if you haven't read it, every Catholic should at least have read that once in their life. He admits that God, who is ever independent and self-sufficient, right? That's what we believe about God. He doesn't need anything. He never had and does not now have any absolute need for the Blessed Virgin. To accomplish the will that he had. Because we say that all he has to do, God, in all things, is just will it to be. So he doesn't need any of us. He certainly doesn't need the Blessed Mother to accomplish this. But then de Montfort goes on to say, but that God has decided to accomplish his great works of mercy this way. This is how he did it. And so oftentimes we question, why did he do it? When really the question we have is, why did he choose it this way? That the second person of the most holy Trinity would be born of Mary. He says the Son of God became man for our salvation, but only in Mary and through Mary. So God submitted himself to Mary during these 30 years of his hidden life before his public ministry. It is also that Jesus chose to begin his miracles through Mary's intercession at the wedding of Cana. The very first miracle was through Mary's intercession. Mary is present at the crucifixion when the dead body of Jesus is placed into her arms. And Scripture tells us at Pentecost, when we are told that when the Spirit manifested himself as tongues of fire on the apostles, they were praying with Mary in the upper room. She always seems to be there. As we begin this new year, it's my hope that as a parish, we will have a renewed love for the Blessed Mother as we focus on helping people turn to the most holy sacrament of communion and Eucharist, Mass and adoration. It's going to lead us all back to Mary, who will then show us how important her Son is. She will point the way, we say. I think de Montfort's words are most fitting here. It's in paragraph 50 in what's called True Devotion. He says that in latter times, meaning time now, Mary must shine forth more than ever in mercy, power, and grace. Mercy, power, and grace. Mercy, he says, to bring back and welcome lovingly the poor sinners who wandered and who are to be converted and return back to the Catholic Church, he says. You know, this was written hundreds of years ago, so still the same problem. So he says that one of the things Mary's most fitting is in that introduced devotion, or she shines forth in bringing people back to the faith. Many people came back to the faith and come back to the faith, you know, through a discovery of who the Blessed Mother is. And then he says, in power to combat the enemy of God who will rise up to secure and crush the promises and threats of all those who oppose him. So we know that one of the roles of Mary, she's often seen stepping on the snake and sort of where the Garden of Eden and now sort of the evil one, that her job and power is to work and to rise up. Right? And then finally she says you must shine in grace. So it's mercy, power, and grace. Grace to inspire and support the valiant soldiers and the loyal servants. That's you. That's you, of Jesus Christ, who are fighting for his cause, who are living the faith in this world. That she can, through her offer, an intercession, you may receive all the graces you need, to fight the good fight of faith. May his words now find in our parish, the Prince of Peace Parish, because we all know that the Prince of Peace Parish loves the Blessed Mother. Let us all renew our own individual devotions to the Blessed Mother in this new year. May God bless us in our new year as people of faith. Happy New Year.